morning, and welcome back again to our beautiful channel. So this morning I bring a very special tip, as always, a spiritual work, a spiritual work. And this particular spiritual work has been one of spiritual work we have tested, we have done so many times. It's one of the spiritual works we've tested and we've done for people so many times and certified. So and I just feel like maybe giving it out. So maybe there's someone out there this thing will is going to help. So this particular spiritual recipe is the one I call the puller. Crowd puller is the name of this spiritual work. In our language we call it aworu. So and this particular work is basically for to pull fast sales to whatever you sell, to your offices, to your business, to your shop, to your hospital, to your church sorry, to any place that you know that you need more sales, you need more people there, either supermarket, either you are doing any sort of things that you know, you have a shop or you have a particular place you are using for that particular work, is the main purpose of this spiritual work. And this spiritual work is DIY, that is do it yourself. It's not something cumbersome, so nothing is required. You don't have to pay anything to anyone, just simple things you have to buy yourself. Just go to the market, get the items, prepare it yourself, and make sure you are clean before you do this thing. Make sure you are clean before you do this thing, and I'm very sure you will get a very good result. And just like I said, it is one of the spiritual work we've done so many times. We've done for ourselves and we've done for most people, but you know, there's love in sharing. There's love in sharing, and for people to take their time to subscribe to this thing, I think there's nothing bad in giving this thing out. So nothing is involved. So today's tip, we are going to need just 4 items. Just 4 items. Very simple thing you can get anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world you can, I think you can get this thing, because I don't want to hear maybe it is because of the ingredients you were not able to do this thing. It's very simple. It's very simple and very, very easy to operate, to do. So in today's tip, we want to give this free spiritual work, and this is the one of the ingredients we are going to use, and this is a coconut. You can see I'm holding a coconut. You must get a very big coconut like this, that is having a lot of water in it. Big coconut. You know, recently I said in one of my videos that we are going to share more things about coconut, and this is one of it. So you are going to need a coconut, very watery one, a good one, big one like this. Then the second item, you are going to need alligator pepper, a whole alligator, big alligator pepper like this, something like this one I'm holding, something like this one I'm holding, this alligator pepper, something like this. It must be complete, big, and very okay like this. Go and get something like this, alligator pepper. So then secondly, we are going to need a cup of salt. A cup of salt. Yes, there's salt here. So you are going to need a cup of salt. And lastly, you are going to need the cotton, the thread. Sorry, you are going to need thread, 2 thread. That is black and white thread. You can see this one. So this is black and white thread. You are going to get it. So you buy it separately. So the black and white thread, you can, this one they are very separately. So these are black and white thread. You are going to get something like this. Then how do you do this one? When you want to do this, it must not done in public or in a place maybe there's a lot of people, you know, seeing what you are doing. It's either when you are in your room or you are alone. Doing this thing all alone is the most important thing. So you will get this coconut and you find a nail to open the one of the to make a hole on that coconut. You know, there's always be a penetrating hole on coconut. You penetrate it, you know, you drill it, you use a nail to drill it. Then when the face is open, you find something like a stick or a gum or something that you know can cover it. You will put it somewhere. Then when you open the face of this coconut, you know this one has already been drilled. So you will open it, you will use something very sharp, maybe a nail, maybe a screwdriver or something at all. You will use it to open this, or a knife. When you open the face like this, as you can see, this one has been opened like this, the water will be inside. You will not allow the water to pour away. Then you will now find a paper or a filter or something, then use it to add the salt. You will bring out the salt. When you bring out the salt, you pray to it concerning this particular work. Like you want many customers in your shop, in your offices, in your place of worship, or whatever you are doing that you want customers and crowd, or you are having an event center. So when you now put this salt, the whole salt, you put it inside the coconut. This is the salt. You will just pour the salt inside. With the water inside the coconut, you will still pour the salt, a cup of salt, so that you have prayed to very well. It's better to do this thing early in the morning. So when you do that, you will now put it somewhere very gently. You will drop it, you will make sure the water is not pouring away and the salt is not, everything is intact. And you will drop it gently on a very clean place. This thing must not touch the floor. It's better you do this on a table, on a chair, or something very high that you know it is not touching the floor, it's not on the bare floor. So you will now open the your alligator pepper. This is the alligator pepper. You will open the cover, you know, you can see, you will open the cover like this. When you open the cover of alligator pepper, what you will find inside is the whole alligator pepper, the seed of alligator pepper inside of it. So as you can see, these are the type of thing you will find inside. So you will squeeze it out. You will squeeze out every seed inside this thing. Only the seed you need. All this thing you are going to throw it away. We are not using this one. Only this seed, something like this, the seed inside. You will collect every seed inside that thing into a cup or a paper. You will collect every seed inside this alligator pepper into a paper. You make sure you you extract all the seed into a cup or something. So when you extract the seed very well, then the rest of it is not useful anymore. You just make sure the seed, you are not losing a single part of it. You do it very gently and carefully. So you will remove every seed inside this thing, alligator pepper, then throw the rest away. So the seed, now you will now pour the seed. You will now be dropping the seed into inside this thing, inside this coconut. You'll be dropping the seed one by one. You'll be dropping the seed. Make sure the whole seed is poured inside. The whole seed of alligator pepper is poured inside this thing one by one. You'll be dropping it one by one. Be dropping it till the thing is filled very well. Till the thing is filled very well. Then when it is filled, you will now use a gum or a stick, something very hard to cover it. To cover this thing, you can use a gum, you can use a super glue and a very strong paper or something to cover it, to make sure the water and every content you put inside will not pour away. You will now cover it. When you cover it like this, now it is now the next thing is to is to now tie the whole thing with this thread, the black and white thread. This is what will make it a spiritual work. So you will now be tying it with this thread. So it is very simple. In as much as you get a very big coconut, it won't be very hard for you to tie it. As you can see, I'm tying this one already. So you will be tying it. You will be tying this with a thread, with the black and white thread that you've gotten. You'll be tying it. You'll be, be wrapping it all around this thing. I hope you can see very well. You can see this one. You will be doing this until everywhere is covered. Everywhere is covered. You'll be doing this until everywhere is covered with the black and white thread. You'll be doing it until everywhere is covered with the black and white thread. So after this thing is done, after you've covered it very well, as you can see, this one is being covered. As you can see, that it's very simple. So this thing is very simple. Nothing is involved. This all it, and it is working very well. Working. So the fact that we post it online doesn't mean anything. It is working very well. I just feel like giving you guys out. And this particular work is exclusively for people that subscribe. If you don't subscribe, or you don't take any very good impact in this channel, if you do this thing, it will not work. Because for us to spare our time to give this kind of things out to you, supposed to encourage us to do things. This is exclusively for people that subscribe, that like and share. You are permitted to share. Either you share, you subscribe, and this thing will work for you. Nothing is involved. Then when everywhere is wrapped very well, sorry, I cannot do because of the time. So when everything is wrapped very well, when everywhere is covered, the one you will do will be covered more than this. It is because of time I am not able to cover everything. So the one you will do will be covered very well, more even than this one. So when everywhere is covered, you see the black and white thread all over the thing. Then when it is covered like that, you will now go and dig a very big hole inside that your shop, inside that your offices, inside that your church, inside that your supermarket, inside that your church. I said church. I'm not saying that to debunk any religion. For any place that you want a crowd, just do it. When you do it, you will now cover the whole thing with the black and white, and then you dig a hole inside that, or at the entrance. It's good to do it at the entrance of that particular supermarket, particular shop, particular place that you are selling that your thing. Either you are doing something maybe that you want people to be coming to get a good sale, fast sales. You will now dig a hole at the entrance. When you dig a hole at the entrance, you will pray to it. When you pray very well concerning what you want, you will now put this thing inside the hole you dig at the entrance. When you put this thing inside, if you cannot do it at the entrance, you can still do it inside that shop or the supermarket, so that you want the thing to be working. You can still do it at inside or at the entrance, but it is good to do it at the entrance. So, or if you are having a big place that you have a gate, that so a fenced place, you can put it at the gate, at the entrance of the gate. So those are the ways to do it. When you put it there, you pray very well. Then you will now use sand to cover it. You will cover it again. You will use soil to cover everything again. Just like you can even, after you've done that, you pray to it. You can tile it. You can ask the tilers to tile this. You can rub it with cement. Anything you can do on it doesn't stop it. This one is not the matter of the one you will do and they will say you should leave the hole open so that people will be seeing. No. You can cover it so that people will not see. You can put a tiles, anything very good. You can put it on it so that it will not be, people will not be suspecting you. And so that's it. Nothing is involved when you do it like that. These are the things that can spoil the thing. You don't, when you put something on the pot very hot, you don't drop it on where the thing is. You know, when you do the thing and you bury it at the entrance of your home, of your place, so, and there has been some situation that you have to carry something from the fire and you drop it on the floor. No, you don't do it. It will be reducing the power of the work. You don't drop hot thing on it, on the any place in that premises. You don't drop any hot thing. Maybe just collect something from the pot, you drop it. And secondly, you don't do anything unholy in that place, like maybe urinating in that particular place. You do it, defecating, or doing all sorts of things. So those are the two things you should avoid to get a very good effectiveness. So that is it. So nothing is involved. And thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for others. This thing will work for you. Thanks again, and you are welcome.